Atlanta, you're listening to the Abbie Knights Morning Show, the #1 party show in the city.
I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, #1 desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, #1 desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got change to throw, I don't care about no gold. Better, so much better, flipping incredible. Always on the show so they know that I still got.
What's going on, everybody? And we're back. It's myself, Abbie Knights, Jenny Ruby, and DJ Cadence. What's poppin', everyone? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the sound effects. I was like, I need something to wake me up.
You always need something to wake you up, Jenny.
Sorry. It's
What's
morning.
the word?
Huh?
What we doing? What we doing?
You know, we're here. A lot to talk about this week.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Anyways, so much to talk about this week. First things first, before we get into everything, the BET Awards. Did y'all get a chance to catch that? I want to know, Jenny, what did you think of the fashion?
Okay, so to be honest, I only saw clips of it on social media because I was working during the time of the awards. But let me see. Let me scroll through. Okay, I'm liking the pink suit. Okay, I like that. Oh, Diddy's pink suit. Okay, I like him. He's best dressed to me so far.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you pronounce that R&B singer's name?
Giveon?
Yeah, I like his outfit too. I like the leather pants.
Giveon is dope. I have to say, though, my favorite, I loved Chloe Bailey's dress.
Oh, yeah. They look good.
Yeah,
they always look good.
They always look good. Fashion's always on point. You know, Diddy was honored. Lifetime Achievement Award, I think, is what he was given. He gave a long speech. And the funniest part about the speech, I have to say, is that he thanked pretty much everybody but Young Miami, who was in the audience holding up a sign saying, "Go Poppy." He even thanked Cassie. I just want to know, what was Cassie and her husband thinking? Because I'm like, boo-boo, this has been a long time coming. My earring just fell, y'all. But I feel like they've been broken up forever.
Well, you know, she did hold him down, like he said. So, I mean, you got to pay respects to
We're just going to take the
her
earrings
for
off.
being there. Yeah, she about to fight.
Hey, it's about to be a what? No, I mean, but look.
I
it's
mean, she
been
rocked
a
out with
long
him
time.
for-
It's
and-
weird.
I mean,
You don't think so?
I don't know. I've been with someone for a long time, and I feel like, you know, it's still okay to get your flowers.
Okay.
You know.
Hey,
Okay. I mean, they're
feel
not
that.
really
I
friends
can feel
anymore,
that.
but I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
If there's no bad blood or anything. But I mean, if I was in the audience holding up a sign, I'd be like, yo, shout me out something. But she's only been around for not too long in his life. You know, she might be a ride or die right now, but I think in his mind, it's like, you know, who's been there with him, like holding it down for a minute.
You got to remember who Diddy is. Diddy had Kim for a long time, and, you know, nothing came to that. He had Cassie for a long time. Nothing came from that. I don't know if, like she probably feels like they're more in a relationship than he does. You know what I mean? That's why last time when they was pressing him about it, and they had to keep saying it over and over for her to get him to say, yes, I'm in the relationship. And I don't think it's necessarily his fault. I think it's just who Diddy is as a person, you know. But I think that she's full blown into it. She's young. She's ready to go. You know, she likes Diddy. And Diddy's one of those who likes. How long was he with Cassie? What, 11 years, something like that?
A long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. It was a long time. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was an interesting show. His performance was dope too. I wanted to highlight a couple different performances for you guys. Did you get a chance to catch Chloe Bailey's performance for Surprise? That's been on replay for me.
I saw a clip of her popping her booty.
Look at
right?
First of all, I just gotta say, this girl, when she talks, she sounds so sweet and so innocent. Then she gets on stage and you're like, whoa, what just happened?
Redone.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
It's dope. Don't get me wrong. It's dope. Shout out to her. It's dope. But can we start giving our props where stuff belongs? That's Beyonce's moves. That's Rihanna's moves. That's Sierra's moves. that's a Dina Howard song. You know what I mean? But it's dope. It's dope. I would like to see more originality in
In
music these
music,
days. In
period.
music,
Just
period. You know
across
what I
the
mean?
board. Yeah.
But what she did was very dope. I'm not taking away from what she did, and that was one of the things. While I was watching it, while I was flipping through and stuff like that, that was one of the things on there that I actually did watch all the way through. So I mean, she did a great job, but I really would like to see some originality in music these days. Not just her, just everybody. You know what I mean? Just something
Across
different.
the board. I'm not gonna
Across the
lie though,
board.
I keep that song Surprise on replay lately, so that's just me though. Also, another
That's dope.
highlight moment that I saw on the award show was Lotto's performance. I don't even know what kind of a bond her and Mariah have, but Mariah does not just come out and pop out for just anybody, because she doesn't perform that much. So check this out.
Chick, I could be a fantasy.
I think Lotto's performance was probably my favorite performance of the night. Just my
I love her
personal
outfit.
opinion.
It's so
Outfit
cute.
was
Love her
dope.
outfit.
The showmanship was great. Choreography was really dope. The transitions were really nice. And the introduction, you already know Mariah's going to come correct, though.
Yeah.
That transition, the way that Mariah was introduced and she kind of disappeared into a bunch of butterflies, I was like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, she's a little-
It was nice. So, Jenny, what
Shout
you
out
got
to
for us
Mariah. Still
today?
got it.
Shout out to Mariah.
Wake up every morning.
They're my morning show.
It's time to get that morning fix with Jenny Ruby, aka Dr. Jenny, on the Abbie Knights Show.
Yes, I like her. Well, speaking of Mariah Carey, her being a top diva in this world, I am going to tell you guys why we need more women in leadership roles. So 10 reasons why the world needs more women in leadership roles. So first and foremost, women leaders will paint the future. In 2019, the proportion of women in senior management roles globally grew to 29%. So 2, unique transformational ideas will be brought to the forefront. So comparing male and female leaders identified those female leaders were more transformational. They demonstrated more contingent reward behavior than male leadership. So women need to be placed in the forefront. The enhancement of teamwork. There's no doubt that we all seen women demonstrate passion, enthusiasm, and capability to take command of a situation. But when women are in a leadership role, they create more of a team environment and are less authoritative and more cooperative.
Unless it's all
Also,
girls.
women, what? Excuse me?
Unless it's all girls, but never mind. I'm sorry.
Actually, yeah, we can
No,
go back
you know
to that,
I'm
but
right.
possibly.
You know I'm
You're
right.
right,
You know
you're
I'm
right,
right.
you're right. You know, we can get a little catty sometimes. But that's what they're trying to do. It's diversifying the workforce. We need women
I
in
agree.
more leadership roles and just putting women in these positions where it's usually men. Yes, because they develop or they demonstrate superior leadership values. So also, a study done with over 2,000 adults said that 20% said that women are more honest than men in the workforce. So that too. And also, communication is said and known to be stronger amongst women and have a better skill set for communication. Also, number 6, achieve a better financial outcome. 21% of businesses are more likely to experience above average profitability if women are in the workforce and it's more gender diverse. 7, fresh new outlook on perspectives. 8, women leaders can provide better mentorship. A study, 29% of women believe that their gender will be an obstacle in advancement. And to overcome this obstacle, women in leadership positions can take this opportunity and begin empowering the bright young minds for the next generation. Number 9, we women wear so many hats. We can do everything. We can, take care of the house. We can go to work. We can breed children. We can
Tell
do it
him,
all.
Jenny.
We do everything. And 10, women in leadership roles can close the gender pay gap. If you don't want your woman making more money than you, then you got to check yourself. You got to find out how to make more money. Seriously. These men do not want to see these women making more money than that. And I'm wondering why. Don't you want your lady to be a boss? Don't you want your lady making some money? I don't understand what this why men always try to, not always, I don't want to say that. I don't understand why some people always try to make women get paid less. And we do more. Yeah, we got to do more. So that is 10 reasons why women need to be in more leadership roles.
I agree with pretty much everything you said. That was very dope. Most of my best bosses and stuff like that were leaders that were females. Y'all are better at communicating, so it just sucks that men came up with all the rules first before y'all got a chance to get in there, and they kept y'all behind for so long. But I agree. Some of the best bosses I ever had in upper management, they were females, no doubt about it. So shout out to my ladies.
Wouldn't you want your lady, if you found out your lady was making less, like $30,000, $40,000 less than someone she worked with that has the same position as her, and you guys are sharing the same household, wouldn't you want her making more money?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, and me, I don't have a problem with my girl or my wife's significant other, whatever, making more money than me.
Oh, some men
that
do.
Doesn't bother to me. Oh, I agree. Some do, but there's also
actually a lot of men do.
There's some women that make men feel uncomfortable about that also, so it goes both ways, but me personally, it doesn't matter to me who makes the most money. As long as the money's coming into the house and we getting what we need inside the house and what we're doing, I'm all for it, and then you have your money to do you, I got my money to do me, and we got money together to make sure the house is straight and we're cool. So
yes, I agree with that. I mean, I still want my man making more money than me, but
but
but I want to make as much as I possibly can, and I don't want to have to compete for that simply because I'm a woman. Like, if I can do the job and I'm doing the job and it is what it is, then give me my money, give me my bag right now. So
as long as it's a job that you can do the same as a man, I agree 100%.
How's it go, Jenny? Better have my money. No.
Hey.
Well, I like that. That's really good. I've always said I'm always pro women empowerment. I know a lot of people say that women are out here trying to wear the pants, but listen, as they say, baby, there's a lot of things we can do. And I feel like, equal pay is not a thing. I mean, equality these days, we're not even going to dive into that because that's a whole nother topic. But
some of y'all do be trying to do too much, though. Some of y'all do try to do too much. You gotta let a man lead sometimes. You have to let a man
when
lead.
I'm in a relationship, I like for the man to be a man. I'm not one of those people. I don't want to wear the pants in the relationship. No, thank you, right?
Yeah.
But
awesome.
at the same time,
even if you are a natural leader, sometimes a leader has to know when to let other people lead sometimes. So you have to let other people lead sometimes to feel significant. If you are always the person in the front saying, we are going to do this, we ain't going to do this, then you're going to have problems in your relationship. I've been that person also. So I'm not saying it to preach to other people, but you have to let other people lead,
But
sometimes.
I'm just like, I've never been that controlling though in a relationship. I don't like that. I like to be the woman in the relationship. You're the man, I'm the woman, lady parts, man parts. I'm not trying to be over here telling you what to do, when to do, and how to do it. But I will say when it comes to the workplace and the effort that I put in at work, where I'm getting a check, where I'm investing all this time to try to grow, the whole goal is to grow in life, not to stay the same. So I do want to be compensated to the level of what I feel like I deserve. When it comes to my competence and what I bring to the table from a professional standpoint. Now at work, no thank you. I want to be the woman when I go home, okay? But when I'm at work and somebody's cutting me a check, okay, I need them to run me my money for all of my skills. That's all I'm saying, because I feel like if a man walks in the room, automatically it's like check, check, check. His pay needs to go up. He needs to get a raise, promotion. And for women, it's like, well, we were thinking maybe you need to kind of invest a little bit more. It's like, no, I've been here. I've been working just as hard as the next guy over here. So why do I not qualify for this? Why am I not being put up for the position, the promotion, whatever it is? So I'm just saying, I love my fellas out there, but ladies, when we're in the workplace, I feel like we deserve what we deserve, period. And that's just my opinion on that. I don't know.
I agree with that. Wait, Cadence, got something to say for you for that one.
Here we go.
As long as the man feels also that he's in control, I think that
wow, I see what you did there.
You know what I mean? Like, as a woman, we do take charge. We look at things differently. We have different perspectives on the relationship. And, as long as a man feels like, he's running it, I'm like, okay, baby, yes, you got it. You made that decision.
Okay, daddy, come on, Poppy, you got this.
We're on the side, like, being like, making him
Hey, whatever it
geared
takes.
towards a certain way.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that too. So,
And as long as in public that you are the man, it's like, yes, daddy, yes, baby, you're doing everything right. But then at home, it's like, no, mother, no, like, no, at home.
Honestly,
run
that's
the
probably how a lot of that's kind of how a lot of households go. Honestly, outside, a man's like, "Oh yeah, I run everything," blah 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 blah. But then in the house, the woman pretty much controls how everything works inside of that house.
Okay, but what do they say?
doubt
Happy
about it.
wife,
Men are so
happy
simple.
what?
Happy wife. Yep, very true. Happy wife.
Men are
happy
so
life.
simple. They
No
don't
doubt
want
about
much.
it.
They want their ego. Men just want their
Ego stroked, some good food, put it down the bedroom a little bit here and there, and I feel like guys are pretty simple.
As a woman,
And don't
you
complain.
Be submissive.
Don't
when
nag.
You need to be. Yeah, exactly.
Like Colin Cowherd said the other day, he was like, I may be the biggest person in my family, but my wife is the most important in the family. She's the one that holds everything
that.
together. And I thought that was a great explanation of how most women are inside of the household. The man might feel that he's the one that's bringing in the money, he's doing all these things, but when it comes to it, the woman is usually the most important person in the household. So.
And we definitely want to give our men their props, okay? Like, guys definitely work hard. They bring a lot to the table, too. I just feel like when it comes to certain things in the professional environment, that women are largely overlooked and undercompensated for the same skill set. So I love that, Jenny. I'm proud of you because the last 2 weeks, girl, you've been keeping it PG. I like it. I never know what to expect with you. I feel like, am I going to have a heart attack today or not?
Get rated R, baby.
Right. I'm like, are we going to get canceled this week? Okay, we got another week still. We're good. So running through a few things that have happened this week. Summer Walker has confirmed pregnancy rumors. She is, in fact, pregnant right now with baby number 2. Chris Brown. Huh?
Who's she pregnant by?
Her boyfriend.
Who's her boyfriend again?
I don't. He's really nice. I met him before. I don't remember his name though. Do we need to look it up, Jenny, so you can feel better?
It's not her. It's not the other guy she was dating.
Not
right?
London. It's not London.
Oh, because he's dating Shinseiya, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Didn't know that.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's the boyfriend that she's been with for like the last year.
Okay. So it's not that London.
He's super sweet. I think he's got like let me not go there because I know people are already going to take it left and that's not my intention at all. Anyway, Chris Brown is dropping a new album. Album is loaded with collaborations. It looks like it's about to be a smash. I can't wait.
The album already dropped. You haven't heard it yet?
No.
Yes,
I've been looking for it and they keep saying it's not available. Ooh.
Wait, what's that?
Hold on a minute. Wait. Let us know.
Announcement here. This album right here is what we thought Drake's album was going to sound like when Drake dropped his album. This right here is classic R&B fused hip hop. It's going to be, I don't know anybody out here who's saying they don't like this new Chris Brown album. You know what I'm saying? He's got dope features on there. He's got ballads. He's got like hip hop music. He's got all that type. Man,
he's got that baby making music too. I love him. I feel like Chris Brown always comes correct. I love Chris Brown.
And there's very few people in his lane. People do not give Chris Brown his flowers, and it's going to be when Chris Brown is gone when everybody realizes how great this man is. Think about this for a second.
Great. He's great.
Think about
great.
Think about this for a second here. Chris Brown has been out since like 2005, 2006. Let me know a time when Chris Brown has not been the hottest R&B artist out. There's been people that's flashed. You've gotten your Miguels every once in a while. You've gotten these people that came out and popped and they've done this and this. But when it comes down to it, nobody has been more consistent over a 20-year span than Chris Brown. And I dare anybody outside of maybe R. Kelly to find somebody who has been consistent as long as Chris Brown has. Through all of his issues, through all of his problems and everything like that.
What did Chris Brown say when everybody was trying to get him to do a versus? He said, respectfully, nobody's a solid match, period. No one can level up. Chris Brown has hit after. I don't think that they have enough time in a versus for him to play all of his hits. I don't want to go against Chris Brown.
He's gonna win it all. Like, he's gonna pull out his dance moves, do some backflips, sing on everything. He's just gonna win anyway.
Wait, Jenny, how'd that go?
I don't know. Tell me.
I would love to see Chris Brown versus Usher as a versus. That would be, to me, the top, because
that would be the closest I think he would have on a matchup. Yes,
both of them have tons of hits. Both of them are actually artists and they can sing. Both of them are
Can
performers,
dance.
so they dance, and they are really like talented. They have the whole package. They're all in that Michael Jackson mode where it's like you got to have everything. So to me, I'm a Chris Brown fan. I think Chris Brown would win, but man, that would be awesome to put the top Usher songs against the top Chris Brown songs, 20 songs. I think that would be dope to really see.
So you like Chris Brown's album? You like Chris Brown?
Yes.
I like Chris Brown since the jump.
But you know what though? You know what I read? I read that Lil Durk oversold Chris Brown on the first day.
I can see that.
I'm like, that's cool that Lil Durk is selling records. I'm just saying nobody can level up to what Chris Brown has been bringing to the table consistently year after year, album after album.
I think we'll still be listening to this Chris Brown album 6 months from now. I don't think we'll be listening to Durk 6 months from now. Not to say that Durk ain't great. I mess with Durk. Durk's one of my favorite rappers. But let's be honest. How many albums do you get and you replay over and over again? Very few. Even if you do like the album, you listen to it. Oh, it's dope. I listened to it for a couple of weeks, and then you on to the next, and you find the next thing. This Chris Brown album is going to be around for a long time. He's got a lot of #1 hits on that album if he puts them out there.
I actually like this Drake album that you hating on so much too. So just FYI.
I'm not hating on the album.
You know what? You go ahead and give your props to Drake. We're not taking anything from Drake either. Is it my favorite Drake album? No, not particularly.
I love it.
Are people a little hypocritical because they're all up on the Beyonce vibe, which is exactly what Drake was putting out? But this little house vibe thing for them is a temporary wave. What Chris Brown is doing is he's staying authentic to himself as an artist. He's done a little bit of the techno, a little bit. He's done collaborations with Steve Aoki, with all sorts of people. But when you talk about an artist that's well-rounded, that knows who they are at their core and is consistently selling, I feel like nobody in the R&B space has really done it in today's era like Chris Brown has done it. And people are always knocking him down. Like, dude, like you said, he deserves his flowers because he's bringing a lot to the table. There's not a lot of people that can put on a show like he does, sound as good as he does. I mean, since we're talking about sound, did y'all catch Mario and Omarion going at it in that versus? Lord. Okay, Omarion, baby, I've seen you. You are very talented, but them vocals was not it that day. And Ray J, sidebar number 2. I mean, it's kind of like he got all in his feelings because everybody started singing One Wish and he was like, that's my song. I don't know why y'all doing it disrespectful, but it was crazy. Mario was killing it on the vocals. Props to him. It's sound guy. I don't know what Versus did with that sound guy. It reminded me of Beyonce when she was like, somebody's getting fired. That's all I kept hearing when that Versus came on because sound was trash.
Well, sound was trash, but their singing was trash also. He can't polish a turd. So, you know, it's like some of that stuff was bad. It was bad. Because I'm a producer, I'm an engineer, you know what I mean? And a lot of times engineers get the blame for that. And they're like, oh, it sounds horrible. It sounds horrible because they were singing horrible. Brandy said it about Ray J. She told him, she gave him a bunch of stuff for him to be doing so that way he wouldn't be messing up his voice. He didn't do none of it. You know what I mean?
And the best part is she said, oh, so what we doing? We deleting comments now? That's what we doing? So I'm going to come on here and leave another comment again. So next time you can listen to your big sister. Like, I thought that was so funny.
And I like the versus battles when they do like the way Jada and them did. You know, that's cool to have that kind of banner like that. But it felt real hostile when I was watching that.
It was a violent R&B battle. Like, it was supposed to be like, you're supposed to be listening to that and you're supposed to be like, yes, ooh. Yeah. And they were all like about to fight. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay, wait, what's going on? It was a lot going on.
The wannabe thugs of R&B, if they don't stop this, like, this is crazy. You know, but Omarion got into it with B2K. B2K came back and had made big old long posts about him. You know, Ray J singing horrible. I don't know if this probably was the most, I watched it. I couldn't stop watching. It was like a car wreck, you know, so I had to watch it. But I think this might have been the worst verses that we've had as far as the way that it was put together.
Listen, I just have to say,
the worst verses.
If Gucci Mane and Jeezy could come together and put on a dope versus battle show, whatever you want to call it, considering the level of history, deep-rooted history that they have going, what the hell? just
Yeah, it was
happened this
crazy.
past week, and
It was nuts.
I'm so just lost.
Side note, Mario sings way better than I thought he did. I've never heard him live before. And so
He can
props out
sing.
to
He
him,
can sing.
because he sang. He did his thing. He was ready to go. He looked ready to go. And, so shout out to him. So he did a great job. It wasn't his fault that it was bad.
Yeah.
But everybody, Bobby Valentino, what was he thinking with that sweatsuit that he had on when he was coming out there work? Man, this is not Planet Fitness. This is Versus. Come on now. We got to do better than that. Man, that was crazy.
Well, Mario checked Omarion, right? It's a little bit of a tongue twister, but he was like, "Come on, man! Like, you stop all them dancing moves and just sing to the ladies. Like, when you gonna do that?" It was funny though. It was good. So a couple other things. Jussie Smollett is back on the scene, and he keeps singing the same song where he's saying he's innocent and why would he need to do all that for clout? Boo boo, you went to jail, you were convicted, now you're out.
Just leave it
like,
alone.
let's just leave it alone. Like, people
Yeah.
almost forgot about it until you started dragging it out again. So I don't know what to say about that.
Poor Juicy.
Right, too much. Let's see. Also, Netflix laid off 300 employees in some new job cuts that they did. I'm not sure what's going on with Netflix, but they keep bringing them prices up. They're going to lose a lot of their subscribers.
We said that was going to happen. We said it.
We did. We called it. Listen, first of all, y'all heard it here first, okay?
Yep, we told y'all it was going to happen.
Alexa also to mimic the voice of deceased relatives. So that might be a new setting, a new thing where if they listen to up to 60 seconds of like a voice note or something that a loved one had left you that's passed away, they can actually mimic an entire, just a regular conversation on a regular basis. That kind of blew my mind. Huh?
I don't know how I feel about that. I would start crying every time I heard it.
I don't think I could do that. No, if I had to hear my grandma's voice on there every day and I couldn't actually talk to her, I would be just a disaster all the time.
I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know. Maybe
I would rather have famous people.
I would I don't know.
Famous people.
Famous people or something would be cooler. I don't know about all that extra stuff that I feel like they doing too much.
But we know when you miss them, when you miss them, you do just want to hear their voice. So
I do. That's why I replay voicemails.
Yeah.
And videos. I don't want to be talking to Alexa and my grandma's voice pops up on there because I feel like that would have me crying every day. But that's just my personal opinion. Uvalde School, as you guys know, that mass shooting that just recently took place is actually going to be demolished because they said there's no way that anyone could ever go back into that building and try to resume normalcy after what happened. Yeah,
that would be very eerie and odd.
But some of those schools are still up, aren't they? I mean, we got a lot of mass shootings.
Sandy Hook is still up. All the colleges, they didn't. But I feel like this was, I don't know. It was brutal, especially with the police responding so late. We won't dive into that, but I think it's really great that they're doing that and they're going to reestablish, that schooling, and those kids, I'm sure they're probably going to be homeschooled for a while. Judge approved settlement of more than $1 billion for victims of the 2021 Surfside condo collapse. If you didn't catch that in the headlines. Yeah, so I used to live literally like right down the street from that building. I used to walk by it every single day. My mind was blown when I saw that. The building collapsed in the middle of the night.
The building collapsed.
A lot of people died.
Yeah. You remember
so they're
that
getting
when and they had to go check. They were checking all those other buildings also because they thought that maybe another one would end up.
Well, the problem is that the building knew that they had maintenance and they had safety protocols they needed to follow up on to ensure the safety of the foundation of the building. And apparently somebody in that building, I don't know what the chain of command was, somebody dropped the ball and then this happened. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was over 90 people that passed away in this collapse. So the judge finally made his ruling on this, which was just a few days ago. So more than $1 billion that are going out to all the victims of the families. And last on our headlines for this week, fast food workers. Listen, I know times are rough out here, but I'm just saying, I feel like if you got to have a hustle for something, I think it's important to be smart about how you're trying to do your hustle. So there was a fast food worker that was arrested after a consumer found meth in their order. I just want to know What were you thinking? That you're just going to stick a little baggie. So apparently what his hustle was is people probably would come through the drive-thru, place a specific type of order. He probably drops the baggie of whatever the hell it is that they're selling, and then they keep it pushing. Nobody knows. It's pretty genius till it gets dropped into the wrong person.
What movie was that recently? Anyway,
I'm not saying that I have done that, but I have seen that happen at a place once or twice before. So
it happens often.
It has happened before. I have seen it.
Why
before.
Why the disclaimer? I'm not saying that I've done that.
You selling drugs?
I'm not saying I sell drugs. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that at some point in time in my life, I may
receiving.
You may or may not have witnessed something like that happening.
Yeah.
Got it.
I may have pulled up to a drive-thru before and said, "Let me get a number 3," and fully expected to pay $25 for a $5 meal and still be happy at the end of it. So.
Well, that's what you call a happy meal.
You buy meth? You buy meth?
No, definitely don't buy meth. By my teeth, I think I'm pretty safe to say I don't buy meth. But yeah, but I have seen transactions happen like this at fast food restaurants once or twice.
I love you, times. Jenny. Listen, one thing about Jenny is you can.
Meth? What made you? What are we talking about right here?
That's the topic.
Like
you never know, I just had to ask.
Okay, I agree with that.
One thing about Jenny is she's always going to come through with whatever question anybody is thinking out there, not even think twice about it. Like, I mean.
Up with hope, down with dope.
Exactly. See? We got it all together here. We paid attention in the DARE programs. All right, Jenny. So you already know what time it is right now. It's that time of the day.
Uh-oh. I'm not going to even look at it.
The more it dries, the wetter it gets.
I know this one because I had a book with it when I was a kid. I know this.
Oh my God, you're my bad.
All right, Cadence, you know this one? What is it?
I want to see what did Jenny get it?
Wait, okay, what is it? The drier it gets.
Hold on.
Wait, what does it say? The more it dries, the wetter it gets.
What is it?
No. Oh, wait. No, that's not it either.
I was like, here comes the censor button.
Oh my gosh, never mind.
I did this just for you, Cadence, because I feel like you always feel left out. Like the questions are so difficult, and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Okay, what's the answer?
It's too much. Are you guys not going to take a guess? Like, what kind of crap is this? You're not even going to try to get it? Like, come on.
I said a coochie.
It's a towel. It's a towel.
Oh, man. You know what, Cadence? It is about damn time you get something right. Yes.
Hey, let's go.
It is a towel. Go ahead. Have your little victory dance. Ooh. Hey.
The drier it gets, the wetter it gets. The more it dries. Oh, the more it dries the wetter it gets. I see.
I used to have this little riddle book back in the day when I was a real little kid, and that was the only thing that I can remember out of that book, because every once in a while it'll pop back up, and it's always a good little answer.
Hey, so. you see that? You see how happy Cadence was? He was celebrating. He was hating on you last week, Jenny.
Let's go.
Hey, come on, second round of applause. Finally, he got one. Oh man!
It only took me like 2 months, So
it only took like 2 months. This is a big deal. It's a big moment.
I'm telling you,
Abby has like the popsicle riddles. You know the ones that you get on a popsicle. She has those popsicle riddles.
You gotta find a little something to keep it interesting. Look, it's always a fun game to play. Question for our topic of the day today: is your bank account a reflection of your standards? Jenny, go.
Is my bank account a reflection of my standards? And this is not a riddle.
This is not a riddle. This is a real life question.
My standards. Absolutely not, because my standards are high. My bank account needs to be higher. So it needs. Okay. I'm still getting there. I'm not done.
Getting there. Okay.
So my bank account is a reflection of where I am right now, but definitely not my standards. That's why I'm building. I'm continuing to build.
Okay, Cadence.
I'll say the other way. I'll say yes, it is, because I try to keep my bank account up, I try to keep it at a certain amount. So I try to keep it being responsible and stuff like that. So I would say right now, yes, it is. I do agree with what Jenny said, though. You know, I would like it to be more, and you know, I want to make more and everything like that. But in all actuality, I think that if I look at my bank account right now, if I had looked at myself 10 years ago and looked at my bank account, I would say that I'm on the right path and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah.
Show us your bank account.
What's my bank account?
Jenny always Jenny always go with the question. Go ahead.
Let's just say it like this. As a single man out here, I got a 3-bedroom house, 3 bathrooms. I got my own cars paid off. I have no worries, no child support. I have no issues in my life. If there's anything in my life that I want to do, I feel like I have the means to be able to do it. So I feel that I'm pretty blessed in that sense, you know, that I can do pretty much. We were just talking about this the other day to one of my friends where it was like, we couldn't imagine what it'd be like to have that type of money where it's like, you can do anything that you want in the world, you know, like, I just can't pop up and take a trip to Dubai and go spend $40,000. I'm not saying I got it like that, but at the same time, if there's something in the world that I want, that I need to have in my life, I actually can get it on my own. So for me, that's pretty. It's a blessing, you know. It really is. It's a blessing.
Ladies, you hear that? Or gentlemen, happy Pride. Either way. So.
Wait.
I almost spit out my drink. Hold on.
Cadence is a single man and ready to do anything and everything.
As much as I love all my Pride people out there, shout out to y'all. Y'all know I be DJing for the Pride parades and all that stuff. No.
Show Cadence love. Show Cadence some love. He's single and he is ready to take over the world.
It sounds like it, Cadence. So I have a question for all the ladies out there. One, are you taking applications? 2, are the DMs open?
So what we're gonna be doing is no.
We're gonna go back, back in the time. You sound like you're about to start an R&B mix.
I feel like he's trying. I feel like he's gonna piss someone off with this answer.
No, I'm just trying to work on myself. That's really what I'm trying to do, man. People are weird out here these days, you know. And
meanwhile, you got somebody on the side right now pissed off about your answer.
No, because I don't have nobody on the side. I really don't. I don't have nobody on the side. I just feel like
that, whatever. Well, your birthday evening begs to differ.
Hey, well, that was different. That was a different time. That was like 6 months ago. You know, we on some. Why you talking about old stuff? Stop bringing up old stuff. No, but I feel like men, my fellas out there, if you are a catch, you got your stuff together, man, be choosy in what you're doing. You know, you can't
women
be out
do
here
it.
just doing everything.
That is just not for men.
But no, wait a minute, no, because most of y'all women are choosy when y'all are in that position.
Don't y'all us.
But men are different. Men a lot of times do it the backwards way. We feel like we can have whatever we want, so we just do anything we want. And I'm just saying that as a man, if you got your own, have standards for yourself. You know what I mean? You don't have to go jump into everything. You know, take your time, because some of these girls are crazy. You know, so you just need to make sure.
A lot of these women are crazy. Actually,
very true.
What Chris Brown say? These hoes ain't loyal. So, ladies, Cadence's DMs are wide open. You can hit him up, DJ Cadence 316 on Instagram. He's
Happy Pride.
Yeah, he wants
Happy Pride Day. All that good stuff.
We were trying to give Cadence a plug, and you talking about Pride? I think she's trying to send you some new fan love over there, Cadence. I'm just saying.
Oh my Lord.
Be
ready. Can I say one thing before we get to this? I just thought about something with the BET Awards and stuff. I want to give a special shout out to Lizzo. I'm always complaining about what Lizzo wears because I feel like as a big woman, there's nothing wrong with being big, but you need to wear stuff that suits your body frame and who you are and stuff. And she came out last night and she looked amazing. So I just want to give a special shout out to Lizzo. I thank you for, doing your thing, being who you are, I just thought that was really cool that she looked really amazing. So
that's amazing. Yes, and you know what? I thought about you when I saw that, but I didn't want to throw you under the bus because I love me some Lizzo. I'm like, I do get my hair touched, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? So I'm all about Lizzo, and I love how she's all about body positivity and female empowerment and all that. But I know you always like Lizzo be doing too much. She got them booty cheeks out, doing this, popping it, clapping it. But she looked beautiful. She put on a great show. Yes. I love her new record. Shout out to Lizzo, girl. You are amazing. We're rooting for you over here. And I think that she's finally getting the recognition that she deserves and a lot of the love that she's been deserving for the amount of work that she puts in on a regular basis. So,
and she's an artist. She can sing. She can, she performs. She's what we look for when we say that this person is a pop star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to her. I definitely like her music and everything. I always, anytime when I'm scrolling through my music pools, anytime I see something with Lizzo, I always download it and listen to it. She always gets got my ear.
Because it's always great. Like,
it's always
here's
good,
the thing. You may not love Lizzo. You might not even like her. But you cannot dispute the fact that she puts out great records, period. She's a real producer. She's a real musician. She's a real artist. So big shout out to her. Lizzo, we love you. I loved her show last night. All that gold. I was like, yes. I was all into it. But
she did her thing.
She really did. All right. So topic of the week this week that it's been circulating all over the news, all over social media. Everyone's talking about it. The overturn of Roe versus Wade and what that means for women going forward. I am seriously in disbelief of what we are experiencing these last 2 years, as if it wasn't enough to where now you can actually be prosecuted for trying to terminate an abortion. I feel like this is going to mean a lot of babies popping up in dumpsters, a lot of people trying to hurt themselves, a lot of illegal abortions taking place, Plan B pills probably being, sold through the black market. This is just crazy. And how, first of all, let's really talk about it, because this is something that's really been bothering me lately. Cadence, you know how I get when I go on my little rants, right? So I'm just saying, if women have to be regulated, why is the penis not being regulated, since that's where the problem originates? I just want to know, what's the problem here? And why are men making these decisions? So the same men that can't keep it in their pants all the time are the ones making the decision about what a woman should or shouldn't do. Even if you get raped, you are obligated to keep that child. What is wrong with these people?
A lot of people they don't understand that these states are really trying to change this. Like they'll say, oh, well, we're bringing it back to the states. We're going to let the states decide. They don't understand that these states are trying to make it to where all exceptions of abortion are illegal, whether it's rape, whether it's incest, all these type of things. And when it comes down to it, I just feel like it's a woman's body, and I feel like she should have that choice. Now, I don't think that a woman should be having abortions at 9 months. I see that type of stuff on my page a lot. Well, you agree with people who are having babies that are crowned, and then you can just kill a baby. And that's not what the majority of people that are out here talking about this are for. Most of us are just saying, give that woman an option when she first finds out and knows what's going on, and have those type of things like that. And I'm not for abortion, just everybody just running around and having abortions and stuff. But you have to give people options. And if you're not going to give them an option, I want to know what the penalty is going to be. And are you going to start penalizing men? Are you going to start penalizing, are you going to make it to where it's illegal for you to go all the way across the state or across another state and then and have an abortion there? Like, there's so much stuff that they didn't even think about. I think of it a lot like the way they did with the...
Oh, they thought about it. They know what they're
doing.
No,
they definitely thought about it. They know what they're doing.
They definitely know what they're doing.
My issue with this... Go ahead.
It's more than just sex, though. It's stripping away human rights. Right now, it's targeting women, but then you got to think about what's next. Okay, so it's going to be, right now it's women, then it's going to be gays, minorities. You're stripping away things that we have worked for over 50 plus years. So right now, it's a simple sex abortion. People are like, oh, strap up, use condoms. It's like you're agreeing to the fact that the government is taking away your own personal right.
Right.
And then what? What's next? This is just the very beginning.
But
this is the very, very, very beginning. So,
and like you said, even when we get down to details. So if a person rapes a woman and impregnates her, isn't that technically his fault, not hers? Because she had no control in that situation. I mean, an incest? Like, what? What if you have like a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old kid that gets pregnant because of incest? So that child has to now keep a child? Like, my mind is so blown. I don't even know how to even begin to wrap my brain around the craziness that's been evolving over like the last 2-3 years. So like,
yeah. And of course the people who are making decisions, they don't think that these things can even occur to like their people. And
And they won't even get people medical, like we won't get people health care. You know what I mean? Like what do you expect is going to happen? There's going to be millions of other people on this earth. We've just went through an issue where you couldn't find baby formula. Can you imagine?
Right, and it's a way to hold women back. It's a way to hold women back because then
crazy.
You're going to keep women out of the workforce. This is why we were talking about keeping women in positions of power, because these men are making decisions for women to just keep them at a poverty level. Like, you're going to take away the right to have a woman have an abortion if she needs it. So what, these kids who are getting pregnant, like at 15, 16, if they want to continue to go to school, it's like, okay, yes, you can go to school and you can go to college with you being pregnant, but it's like, what's the likelihood? It's like for a woman to continue to advance in her life, in her career, if she decides to have an abortion or have a baby. It's like you're taking away these options for her.
Nobody's standing up and doing these adoptions either. I don't see a long list of people sitting at the adoption office waiting to adopt all these kids that we got right now, much less all these other kids are going to be put out here. So many people are pro-life, but they're anti-welfare. And I don't get how you can be both. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to say that everybody has to be on this earth, you're going to have to understand there are going to be a lot of poor people out here, and we're going to have to take care of those people. So you can't have it both ways. If you want to be pro-life and you want to be pro-welfare and it's government assistance, I'm all for it. No problem. Do you. But to say that, yes, in one hand say that every life deserves to be protected, but then on the other hand, turn around and say that I don't have to protect those children when they're 10 years old and they need food because their parents can't afford to give them food and they have to go to school just to be able to get a lunch. You don't want to take care of them, but you want to take care of a baby that's not even born yet. It's just completely mind-blowing to me, so we need to do better as a country.
We do.
I mean, honestly, let's just keep it real. Weapons, guns have way more rights in the United States than women do at this point. And that's a sad reality. So you want to control women, and this is such a priority and all this. You're still gun control laws are not even in place. I mean, every other day we're hearing about shootings. Somebody in Atlanta was just murdered because they put too much mayo on a freaking sandwich. Like,
oh my God, I saw that.
And you mean to tell me that abortion is the first thing at the top of your list? This is your concern, is abortion? We are in the middle of inflation. We're looking at the potential of now getting into another Great Depression. And your concern is trying to make sure that people can't have abortions. I feel like it's all like a power play. And there's so much going on.
It is. Yeah, I believe it is.
It is. Yeah. It is.
It's crazy. It's just so crazy. Get out and vote, people.
Please get out
at your local level, state level. When the new presidential elections happen, Trump has been making his rounds, and he's been like, whoa, that was the wrong decision to make because now the polls, blah, blah, blah. I just don't even know what to make of this anymore. The world is crazy. I feel like everyone's losing it. People are thinking the wrong things, focusing on the wrong things. Like, robots are coming into play. Women can't, make decisions about having babies. Like,
don't say nothing about robots. I'm so horrified of robots. I'm scared of robots.
You are?
Oh, yes. The artificial intelligence and stuff, I think that's going to be the end of man. I think that when robots figure out how to do all this stuff with that, they're going to take over.
But
I firmly believe that.
They did, and we're going to say this and then we're going to run. But they did actually create a robot. And that robot did actually process real emotions and start to kind of outsmart the conversation and people that she was around. And that robot was also granted citizenship overseas. So I'm just saying, y'all,
my family needs citizenship and they giving it to these fake people. I can't with you. I can't.
I'm just saying it's real out here, Jenny. I feel your pain.
She got a point.
Passport number and all that, and they got a social security number. An artificial human
she got a good ass point.
Seriously.
An artificial woman. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So on that note, we're going to leave y'all with that. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Abbie Knights Show.
In the building, man.
What's poppin', Talks fam? You can now listen to our show on demand. To keep up with our latest shows, some of our favorite moments, and exclusive interviews, make sure you head over to iHeart Radio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.